Isaiah chapter 36 and verse 6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. I want to give all infinite honors, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and sincerity. They steered us well and they rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. May the blessing of election be upon your house. This is the Brother Zion coming at you with another lesson to feed the lambs through the Holy Spirit. Haracha'a Kodash. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. In this lesson, we're going to get into those that trust in Egypt shall be betrayed. Those that trust in Egypt shall be betrayed. You know? And even in the ancient world, 2/3 of our people, they always trust in Egypt. They always go down to Egypt for help, with their government assistance, all right, their so-called benefits or so-called programs that they may have available. It's not going off for using it. But when you just go down to Egypt for help and you not praying to the Holy One of Israel for help, that's when you going off. You pray to Yahweh Shema Shah. Yahweh Shema Shah is the one that make the way for you. It's Yahweh Shema Shah that got you approved for that loan. He was the one that, controlled the minds of that loan officer the night before to approve you for that. That's all up to Yahweh Shema Shah. It's Yahweh Shema Shah that put the spirit on that supervisor to give you that job. It ain't you. It ain't Esau. It's Yahweh Shema Shah that put the spirit on these Edomites to give you that job. It's up to Yahweh Shema Shah. That's what Jake failed to realize. Jake just gonna put all their eggs in one basket with Esau because they see Esau got everything. But you got to look at the power that put him in that position. Esau didn't put himself in that position with no help. It was Yahweh Shema Shah that put him in that position. Roughly paraphrasing, the scriptures going to the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, roughly paraphrasing, somewhere of that nature. It's up to Yahweh Shema Shah. He is the one that controls the minds of these elites and control the minds of the people on the earth, man. Everybody don't have so-called I can do what I want to do and nobody controlling me. You out of your mind. The scriptures go into our lives as a tale that is told, man. But getting back, 2/3 of our people trust in the stability of America. 2/3 of our people love the stability of so-called America. All right. But America is going to be getting hit with plagues just like Egypt. All right. Worser ones too. They're going to be upgraded plagues that's going to come to America, man, in a major way. All right. In a real way, in a royal way, man. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, not of my spirit, they that may add sin onto sin. You see? So that's going to be Jake, man. Jake adds sin on top of sin, making alliances with America, man. Because, Jake be operating off the wickedness and the rebellion of Esau Edom. That's why Jake feel like they can do stuff and not get away with it. But no, man, like the Lord has really got a tally list on all of us. He just checking off them boxes of all your fuck ups. And then he just gonna let it just build up till he take you out the game. That's how the Lord is, man. He'll just take you out the game without a snap of a finger, man, because you just been adding sin off of sin, sin to sin you ain't considering, you just going off. That's 2/3 of our people, man. Our people is into witchcraft, voodoo. They be talking to other deities and stuff like that on the left-hand side. Jake just gone. So far gone, like that Monica song, man. So far gone. And they gonna trust in America to where they gonna lean their hand and it's gonna get pierced through, man. They gonna get the MOTB because they trust in this society so much. That's what the scripture was going into, man. Jake gonna trust into this place to where they hand gonna get pierced through, and they gonna get the MOTB. And with that, it's gonna come with what? You getting the grievous sores. I did a lesson on that, a while back. We went into the grievous sores, man, and talked about in the Revelation, the 16th chapter. Jake gonna be getting like a flesh-eating disease, man. It's gonna be cancer. It's gonna be tumors everywhere. I'm talking about, it's some disgusting stuff, man. And it's gonna be all over their body, man. Because it's gonna be so much radiation and 5G, 6G pumping through that damn chip. They gonna get sick. And Jake already be having an acidic diet as it is. So that is the perfect grounds, the perfect incubator, so to speak, to grow a disease, man. Jake always eat processed foods and shit, drinking juice and all this other fucking shit. It ain't like he juicing like real fruits. Like, nah, man, the juice he drinking got like high fructose corn syrup. That leads to weight gain and it's poison. All of these juices got it and stuff. It don't have real sugar and all that in it. Like these juices in these other countries that, that they bottle up and sell. It's just America that's like that. But, Jake love it. You go to the grocery store, he got about 5, 6, 7 bottles of that shit, man. Ketchup, barbecue sauce, all these condiments and shit. It got all of the poison in it, the red dyes. It got all of it in it, man. And Jake running straight down there, man. All these boxes of food and stuff like that. Jake like using that SNAP, benefits, that little EBT card. Jake like using that motherfucker, man. They go in there, well, I get 2,000 of food stamps. All my babies eat. Well, in this time of the MOTB, you gonna have to do that for all your babies to eat. It ain't gonna be you go online and you fill out a SNAP benefit application and you get the call and then they call you and then you set up an appointment and then they just go ahead and issue out a card and the fund. All that's gonna be a wrap. You're gonna have a universal basic income that if you are a so-called good citizen, then you can have food in your belly. If you are a, citizen that they deemed a problem, you gonna be hungry and you ain't gonna have shit. Point blank, period. And if you don't get the MOTB at all, you just gonna be ostracized out of society. And you wanna be ostracized out of society because this society is not gonna benefit you. You not sovereign. Jake literally think they free, man. That's why they love this place so much. That's why you got Deacon and you got Hassad talking about they want to eat some romaine lettuce for the bitter herbs on Passover. Romaine lettuce? No horseradish root. That just goes to show that they love fucking Babylon, man. Just like 2/3 of our people. They love Babylon too. They love this place. They put all their eggs in one basket in this place. And you supposed to be having a Passover with some romaine lettuce, man? You out of your damn mind. He gonna be cracking a smile eating that shit, man, because they have put all their eggs in one basket with this place, man. They don't want to leave. They don't want to go home. They are home. But this place gonna be an oven. This place gonna burn like an oven. Yahweh Shema Shah already preheated America to 500 degrees, man. It's finna be 400 degrees like Juvenile. Let me stop. But verse 2 it say that walk to go down to that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You see Esau have, made a society to where Jake feels safe up under this nigga, man. Jake feels safe up under Esau. That's why they run to Esau for everything. Like he is their power. And you just look right and you see Yahweh Shema Shai, you look left and you see Esau, they're gonna take one more glance at Yahweh Shema Shai and they're gonna run to Esau. That's what our people do. That's what they do. The help is in door A and door B. Really, the help is in door B. All right. A, they look to the left and they see Esau. Oh, okay. He offering SNAP and all these benefits and everything, But the scriptures go into what? A gift destroyeth the heart. But then they look right. They see Yahweh Shema Shai. They go to door A. They don't even go to door B on the right, which is Yahweh Shai. They went to the one on the left. And they do that every fucking time. And you wonder why they can't catch a break. Because they cutting corners. When you go the route of Esau, you cutting corners. That's why your life going around in circles. You supposed to hide under the shadow of the Almighty. But they hiding under the shadow of Esau. And Esau, and look, I'm not talking about these regular schmegular 2-time losers. I'm not talking about them. Because they slaves too. The regular schmegular Edomite you see on the job or at the red light or, pulling out of Walmart and shit. Those 2-time losers, man, them motherfuckers, man, what's on this side gonna be an upgrade compared to what they gonna be going through in the kingdom, man. I'm talking about these elites with the godlike complex. All right, these elites, man, which are Edomites. It is just the upper echelon and the elite of these Edomites. They are the ones that's providing the lifestyle of Jake. All right, and Jake don't even really have a lifestyle because Jake is on the bottom. Jake don't even have a lifestyle. Jake is literally on the bottom and happy getting crumbs. Like, they're okay with that. They don't mind getting crumbs. They don't mind. But that's offensive to Yahweh B'Shem Awashai. You just say, nah, I'm good. I'm going to go over here because I see that they have everything. That's trusting in carnality, man. Verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, right? And the Lord gonna show you the shame by the way of the missiles. When you down here, Sarah Connor at the fence with the MOTB in your hand, that damn MOTB probably gonna explode and blow your hand off, man, when the missiles hit. It might fuck around and blow your motherfucking hand off. As it should. But when you Sarah Connor at the fence and your spirit is being afflicted, because in that movie, Terminator Genesis, no, it was the first Terminator. When Sarah Connor was at the fence when the bombs dropped. All right. Her spirit was still being afflicted in that skeleton, man. So that just goes to show on how Al-Asijah the Lord can really be, man. That he can really leave you down here as long as he wants to. To fully purge out that nigga, man. By the way of that fire. By a way of you being fueled to that fire. And they gonna be humiliated, man. Because that is what's gonna have them understand, damn, I fucked up when a missile hit them. Because 2/3 of our people are some reality type motherfuckers, man. It gotta hit their doorstep for them to really understand, yo, this is real. This is not a drill. I need to get my shit together. When it hit their doorstep. And then, you know, Jake want to start rushing and getting right. Nah, like, nah, you gonna be totally deniggified, all right, when the Lord cut that oven off. You gonna be fully purged when the Lord decide to cut that oven off, because the lake of fire is America, okay? That is, you know, the lake of fire is America. Once this place become the lake of fire, all right, and the smoke clear and the dust settle, that's when Jake is gonna be fully purged. You know, 2/3 of our people. You know, and I believe the Lord gonna leave a lot of spirits down there, man, of Jake, that just completely scoffed and mocked, because you got them here. They be making little TikTok videos talking shit, but they got a lineup though. Like, through. We already know what level you on, man. When you got a lineup, we already know what level you on. You know? And I did a lesson a while back going into lineups. All of that goes back to Egypt. Getting a lineup, a shape up, man, that's Egyptian. It all goes back to them, man. You know? But you supposed to trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Al-Shah. Now we got Isaiah 31 and verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Right, man? Jake be looking at the military of America, thinking that this place not gonna be touched by no other nation. You know, they think that America's so powerful and America's so strong, but kingdoms rise and fall every day. I mean, Salaki, man, not every day, but in periods of time. You know, kingdoms rise and kingdoms fall. You know, and you got Al-Azhar talking about we got another 1,000 years. You out of your damn mind. The whole digital infrastructure is already set in stone. It's already here. We already use the digital infrastructure. The only thing it's missing is the C-HIP, and they already have that technology. They've already been C-HIPing people since the 80s, and they had the technology before that. Now everything is set and implemented. You don't have to have a flying car like the Jetsons in order to have an MOTB. We are in the future. We're in the future right now. If your phone can do all that bullshit, just imagine the weapons they got. You got to keep in mind of that. They give you a phone, but they make a big ass gun. Think about it. Stop it, man. You really think that, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You really think they're going to give you some military grade shit just for the public? You got a ray gun. Like on some Call of Duty, Black Ops 3 zombies. Come on, man. Stop it. You out of your mind. They'll just give you a raggedy ass little 9mm semi-automatic. You can only shoot one bullet at a time, while they got some fully automatic laser guns, some crazy shit, man. They got a gun that, you know what I'm saying, they use sound. It's a damn sound wave, and you can see the sound wave. It's like a disc, and you know, I'm talking about, it's just complete devastation. Complete devastation, man. It'll probably blow all your skin back and all of that, and you'll be a skeleton. You know, it's that powerful. It looked like 15 tornadoes hit whatever it hit, and it's being shot like a bullet. So this devil, and look, that's only one. They got direct energy weapons. You know, they got the rods of God. These big ass steel rods that fall from the sky, and it straight hit the ground. It pelts the ground real hard. And it's like an ICBM missile without the fallout. They got that. It's in space, just hovering around. Esau got weapons that he don't even tell the public, that only Yahweh Shah know about. And these is the same people. These are the same people Jake trusting in, and they plotting to kill these motherfuckers, and they gonna be betrayed when they gotta get put to death. You know, they gonna be betrayed because Jake's spirit be looking for salvation, man. But you looking in the wrong places, Jake. Your salvation is with Yahweh Shai. Not with no damn Edomite, no damn red devil. You out of your fucking mind, Jake. All right. Verse second half, but it say, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither they seek the Lord. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will rise, but will arise against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that do iniquity. You know? So the Lord gonna rise up against these people, man. He gonna rise up against Esau, Edom. And he gonna rise up against the people that follow them niggas, man. He gonna rise up against them too. You know? Because 2/3 of our people are not looking to the Holy One of Israel. They are looking to the enemy. All right? That is really here to steal, kill, and destroy you. Esau trying to take down as many people with him as possible. Because Esau know he going down, man. These elites know they going into slavery. They know it. It's evident. They know it at this point. They been knew about it. That's why they trying to hurry up and try to annihilate Jake to where, the Lord won't even have a reason to come back because all of us are eradicated. We're extinct. But the Lord said that he would never forsake his people. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just a wet dream of the so-called white man, to kill off all of Jake. And then, no, that ain't going to happen, man. There's a big number that's going to die, 2/3, but 1/3 is going to be left therein, man, to repopulate the earth, Yahweh Shemaiah Shai is going to put a monkey wrench in the efforts of the so-called white man. He is going to put that, like a big old monkey wrench, Esau is riding on a bike going fast, and Yahweh Shai got a monkey wrench and he throw it. He throw the damn, the monkey wrench and they hit the spokes and Esau fall off the bike, man. That's how it's going to be, the Lord gonna have a drain pipe and then he gonna stab the spokes and then the tire gonna lock up and Esau gonna fly right off the handlebars. Esau ain't going nowhere, man. The Lord know where Esau at right now, man. And the Lord gonna be snatching these devils. He gonna have us snatch these devils, Lord, when we are part of that number to get the power. We gonna be in these bunkers snatching these motherfuckers out, man. Every brother that get power gonna know where every elite is at on the earth. And you gonna go straight there and snatch their ass on up out of there by their old lassie dog hair, man. But the Lord is gonna rise up against the evildoers. He is gonna rise up against, Egypt, because if you go into the scriptures, matter of fact, we're gonna go back, but if you go to Revelation 11 and verse 8, it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. You see? And those dead bodies are going into spiritually dead people, man. Because if you spiritually dead, you just exist. You're just, a hollow frame that just breathe and have blood flow, but you're hollow. You don't even have a damn soul, man. They got a spirit, obviously, but I'm talking about as far as in this truth. They don't have the Lord. That's why they call themselves black. Because they have void of light, man. They don't have the light. They don't have Yahweh Shai, man. That's why they black. That's why they call themselves black. Void of light. They don't have Yahweh Shai. They walking in darkness. That's why they a dead body. Because they don't have no life. They don't have no light, But when you an Israelite, that's when you can walk into the light. You see what I'm saying? That's when you had a proper breath, man. and you can really be alive. When we all woke up to this truth, man, that's something, you know what I'm saying, man, we was dead bodies in the great city at one point in time, man. Walking around, you know, not knowing who we are, you know, just out of there, man. I'm talking about done. You know, just in the world, I'm talking about knees, I'm talking about waist, fucking chest deep in the world. Neck deep, got head deep. God damn it. But when we got into this truth, we can breathe. We can digress. You understand? Because we know what's coming. We know where we're going. At first we didn't. 2/3 of our people think this is it, like fucking Michael Jackson and like Tito Jackson, man. They think this is it. This ain't it. When this devil get out of power, that is when we gonna really, really live. That's when we're gonna really start our lives. Right now, we in a prison with no walls. We're stuck here. We gotta have a power to get us out of here. Esau too strong. Esau is just like Pharaoh was when we was in Egypt. His heart, you know, his heart is hardened. Let my people go. And he ain't trying to. Esau ain't. He ain't budging. You know, that's how you know that Yahushua is being set up to step in. You see? Yahushua is being set up to step in, just like how, you know what I'm saying, with Nebuchadnezzar in the book of Daniel, the 3rd chapter, when he have presented, all right, you know what I'm saying, the altar, like, yo, do you want to bow down to my golden image that I've set up? You want to bow down to it? You want to worship it? Like, he didn't force nobody. He presented it to him. And if you didn't do it, then that's when he was going to, you know, do your ass in. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the 3 holy children, they wasn't going for it. And when they was ordered to go into the furnace, that was Yahushua being set up right then to deliver them. And Yahushua is being set up again to come deliver us. Because that same spirit of being presented with something, all right, just like how, you know what I'm saying, just like how Nebuchadnezzar presented the golden image, do you want to bow down to it? That's how they're going to do the MOTB. It's going to be in the same spirit. They're going to present it to you. They're going to show you all these fly-ass commercials. They're going to show you all your favorite Jake celebrities. They're going to show you, they're going to make it real sweet and enticing, just like how they did the jab. Give you incentives, and then that's going to turn into, you're going to have to get it, otherwise I'm going to kill your ass. Esau gonna straight go left on Jake, and Jake gonna be betrayed. Jake gonna be like, dang, but I thought you fuck with us. He don't. Esau don't even care about his own people. Look how these elites doing their own people. They are selfish. They don't give a damn. So if they don't care about their own people, what you think they gonna do to your black, brown self? Come on, man. You got to use your brain. They not for you. You have a power. Esau is not your power. But if you spiritually dead, you know, you're not even going to know anyway. That's why we say, let them be filthy still. All right. You don't believe? Bye. Let's see what you come up with. Second half, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, right? This place is literally Sodom and Egypt. All right, it's spiritually. So is this talking about Egypt, or is this talking about America right here? Because why would the Lord come back to go to Egypt to get us out, and we not even over there? We over here. This talking about America. We over here. The Lord said that he was going to deliver us from the land of the north. He didn't say Egypt in the book of Jeremiah. This place, Sodom and Egypt, is America. And in the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter, this is the place prepared of the Most High. This is where we're going to serve our prison sentence. Why would Yahushua go back to Egypt? We not even over there. I mean, like, you got some Jake over there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because Jake is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So Jake is in every city, every state. There's Jake everywhere. We all over the earth. But the predominantly, like 80% of the deliverance is going to be here in America. The bulk of the deliverance is going to be here in Babylon the Great, man. And the Lord did with Sodom and, Sodom and Gomorrah. He hit that with fire and brimstone. And that's what America pushes, sodomy. That's what America push throughout the four corners of the earth. They push it in their summits. We'll give you billions of dollars if you say transgenders are cool people or something, or hold up this flag. Here's a new flag with a transgender flag with a flag of LGB, and you can make it half your flag, half that flag. You do that, we'll give you $50 billion towards whatever you want to do. And a lot of these countries ain't going for that shit because they got their little traditions and all of that. And that's contrary to what they believe in. That's why they don't even like America. Because America always pushes that sodomy, man. And the Lord did Sodom and Gomorrah dirty. That place is full of sulfur now. That place is full of sulfur. And you better remember Lot's wife, because if you look back at this place, you're going to be a pillar of salt with sulfur on top of you, because she is there to this day in the same spot, froze. Lot was running up that mountain like a running back. Didn't even look back, followed directions. He was obedient. Obedience is better than sacrifice. He was obedient. He didn't look back, and he got the hell on when the angel said, "Get the hell on, run, don't look back." Hey, whoever coming, whoever ain't, bye. That's how you supposed to be. Fuck America. This place ain't got nothing good for you but death. And the Lord gonna do America way worse than he did Sodom and Gomorrah. The Lord gonna really throw the book at this place. That's why the scriptures say that this devil is under inquisition. That's a judicial investigation, man. All right? And the Lord already built up his case. You know how, when the feds will indict somebody, they don't have a number that they're not going to pass, that they're not going to over negotiate on. They have a number that is set, and they're not going to negotiate past that number. And then they just throw the book at your ass if you want to go to trial. But the thing about it is, this devil is already on trial. Okay? So the Lord just going to throw the book at this nigga and just give him forever all day. He going to get an elbow, man. Man, Esau about to get an elbow. He finna get forever and a day. That's what he finna get. He on death row. Because after he served his 1,000, he gonna have to get executed. Just like how he do Jake. Because Esau ain't got no problem executing your ass. He ain't got no problem doing that. So, you know what I'm saying? So just because he got blonde hair and blue eyes and curl up in the corner and cry and say, no, you just gonna be like, oh, just say that white man, woman, and child. No. They got to get their judgment the same way you got yours. It was a lot of good people on them cargo slave ships. A lot of good fathers, mothers, good people, and Israelites that knew who they was. But we all had to go through it as a collective because we turned our back on the Lord. The majority of our people did. So we all had to pay for it as a nation. They haven't got judged yet. So that's why the Lord gonna throw the book at these niggas. Because it was written for them to be destroyed. They are the vessel of dishonor. It's talking about them. Even though these heathens, they are vessels of dishonor as well. But Esau was made to be destroyed though. That's why he's the top vessel of dishonor. Because he was literally specifically made to set us up, you know what I'm saying? To set us up and justify our rulership. We are being set up to be rulers. So Esau got to run his course and his little kingdom. And when it's over with, ain't no more. It's over with. You know? We're going to close out with this last one. Isaiah 31 in verse 3. It says, now the Egyptians are men. Right. They are just pure human beings, man. You know, these damn elites, man, they not no power or nothing like that. They got power because the Lord gave it to them. You know, they not no power, man. They are not the Most High. They are just flesh and blood. Regular, just flesh. That's all they are, man. They are just mere humans. You know? And not Yahweh Shema Shai. You see, they are just humans. They are not the Most High. And their flesh, Salakia, and their horse's flesh, and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoppling shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. You see? So when Yahweh Shema Shai extend that hand is Yahweh Shai. When Yahweh Shai get extended, that means that he is going to be judging people, man. He going to show up. And he going to physically inflict harm on those that fought against Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is a people before a place. He is going to make his point with America. All right. Yahweh Shai is at the edge of his throne. He ready. And he going to make haste. He making haste now. He waiting. And he going to put these devils to death. And he going to come get us on up out of here, Lord willing. We a part of that number. You know. Because all our eggs is in the basket with Yahweh Shai. We ain't got our eggs in the basket with Babylon. We already see what Babylon do. You know, it's these sleep blind niggas, man. You know, that's why they want to follow that American dream. You know, because the American dream allows you to sleep. It allows you to be asleep. It allows you to be dull of hearing and to be spiritually blind. That's why we was going into those the dead bodies in that great city, man. Spiritually dead, hollow people, man. They don't got the breath. They like a zombie that just exists. Like a frame like a biological hollow frame. They just here. Walking charcoal, you know? But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give infinite honors, praises, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and sincerity. They steered us well and they rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. May the blessing of election be upon your house. We on the next one. Abaratazah Shalom.